Alright guys, so in this new episode I will be showing you some of the basic tools on TradingView. I've said it before, this is the platform that you will be using to look at price action, to look at your charts when you are day trading. This is the main charting platform that you will be using. There are other platforms, but this is by far the best one with the best, learning curve and the best visual interface. So sorry, the best user interface, yeah. So we are going to be looking at some of the basic tools. I want to bring this chart back to default because this is how my chart looks right now. I would like to bring this to default if I can. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so for the most part, this is what your chart will look like the first time you open TradingView. This is what your chart will look like. Let me just change this background to white. Alright. Yeah, this is what your chart might look like for the first time when you open TradingView. It looks something like this. So let's start with our first tool. This tool is the trend line tool. You can draw a trend line on the chart. So if someone says draw a trend line, you can see you could draw a trend line upward like this, showing this price movement. We could draw a trend line like this, showing this price movement. Could draw a trend line like this, showing this price movement. Also, we could use trend lines to mark out highs like we saw in the last episode, and to mark out lows, to mark out highs and to mark out lows. Alright, the next tool we're going to look at is the rectangle tool, where you can use it. If you click and you drag, you'll be able to draw a rectangle. If you hold shift, you draw a perfect square. So this is the rectangle tool. Obviously you can customize each and every one of these tools to make them look however you want. You can put text in them, you can put coordinates or whatever, or visibility. You can change the style, you can add a middle line, remove the middle line, remove the background, put a border or whatever you want. So yeah, this is the rectangle tool. You can use it to draw rectangles wherever you want. Alright, then next up we could look at this vertical line tool. You can use it to draw vertical lines, perfect vertical lines. You just click on it, then you click wherever you want to draw your vertical line, and it will draw a vertical line there for you. Then we have the text tool, which is this anchor text, text tool. Click on it and you write text or whatever you want to write inside it. You can change the size, make it bigger, it's pretty basic stuff. Then we have Gann box. You could use it to mark out. This is how I've made mine, but let me just try and change it back to its default so you can kind of see what it looks like. Yeah, so this is what the default would look like. It shows different coordinates, and so I don't really use this tool that often, but I just have it so you could learn more about this. Then obviously we have the Fib retracement tool, in other words Fibonacci, and I don't know why. Let me try and put this back to its default. Alright, yeah. So for the first time when you open your TradingView, this is what your Fibonacci tool will look like. It's a bit intimidating, but obviously if you are a trader who wants to use Fibonacci, the levels that you will mostly pay attention to, if I go and edit, the levels you pay attention to is 0, 1, 0.5, 0.786, 0.618. So I can take off the majority of these other levels, just click them off, and we should be left with these. So depending on if you want to use Fibonacci in your trading, some traders would use some of these levels and call it the OTE. Some traders use these levels for premium or discount. Like if you want to buy, you would wait for price to go below the 0.5, which is this green level, before you buy. So price should be in a discount. If you want to sell, you sell above the 0.5, which is above this green level, so you'll be in a premium. So it's kind of like that. I won't go too much into it. If Fibonacci is something that you're looking into using that often, I will be using it in future videos when I'm executing trades. I will use it sometimes, but yeah, this is just basically how the tool is used. Then we have the paintbrush, which is pretty self-explanatory. You can use it to mark out whatever part you want to mark out in price. It's pretty self-explanatory. Then have this path tool. You can use it to like demonstrate maybe highs and lows or whatever. We have, these are quite important. So this tool, this first one, is the short position tool, which is used to show a forecast of a sell. So let's see this here. Let's say, so I'm going to be demonstrating this tool using the bar replay function, which is a paid TradingView function. So if I just select a bar and I just click here, this bar replay function is a function that traders use to learn how to trade, right? So they not necessarily learn to trade, but they use it to backtest. So you could click, hold replay, and click anywhere on the price chart to go back and kind of simulate thousands of trades and practice trading. Instead of it taking a long time to learn, it could take much shorter using the bar replay function. But obviously it's still not the same thing as trading live, so you can't use replay trading or backtesting as like something to substitute real market experience. So if we use the short position tool, can I click that and put it here? So on this isn't how it's going to look when you first open it. I will send it back to the default. By default. Alright, so on the default you will have green and red, right? So the green will represent profit and the red will represent loss. So if you are selling, like if you sell, you will be in profit if price moves into the green zone. If you will be in a loss if price moves into the red zone, simply put, right? And this, where it ends is your take profit, where this ends represents your stop loss. So let's have a look. Just so, okay, we were in loss here, now we've moved into profit, and you see we're going down. This is just an example, obviously. Okay, whatever, but yeah, so you see that when it's green, it's in profit. When it's red, it's moving into loss. So let's say you have a stop loss here for $200. Maybe you enter this trade, it moves up a bit, you are down like perhaps $20 or whatever, you know. So this is kind of what it shows. Then here you could take profit. Let's say you took profit here for a 1:1.36 risk to reward. So this tool also helps to show how much risk to reward you're taking per trade. So if you are risking, let's say this trade is a 1 to 2, right? Let me just put 1 to 2. Okay, whatever. If this trade is a 1 to 2, right, it means you are risking 1 unit of it's 1 unit of risk for 2 units of profit. So $100 of risk to make $200, or $300 of risk to make $600. Now, so that's how you calculate it. Now, what if it's a 1 to 3 risk to reward? That means 1 unit of risk to 3 units of profit, right? So $100 risk, if it hits full take profit and it hits this level here, that means you make $300. So that's how it works. That's how you calculate it using this forecast tool. And it is the same thing for buying as well. If we put this long tool here, let me put the default, would apply default. All right, so we put this long tool here and we are aiming for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. If price, let's see how price will move. Okay, we hit take profit. If I went on my account, on my prop firm account, on my live account or whatever, and I risked $200, right now I would have made $400 if this trade hit take profit like this. You understand? I would have made $400. If I risked $1,000, I would have made $2,000. So that's pretty much how using these tools work. Next, what do we have? Everything's pretty basic from here. A lot of these tools, you don't really need them. I just try to show you the fundamental ones that you would need. So you have all of these stuff here. You can look into each and every one of these tools and learn them for yourselves, and you will continue to learn as time goes on. You have all of these tools here. I was just showing you the ones that I think are extremely important for now. You have all of these, you have all of these, you have all of these, whatever they are. You have all of these bunch of emojis and stuff. And yeah, that is pretty much it for now. I will see you guys in the next one. I think I have covered everything I want to cover for this one, which is just basically using TradingView tools and understanding how to go about in TradingView. Oh, okay, I think there's one more thing, is these time frames, right? So right now we are on the 5-minute time frame. If we move to the 15-minute time frame, you can see a different perspective on 15-minute price action. Let me hop out of bar replay mode. Okay, just go to the 1 hour. Alright, so this is the 1 hour time frame. You see that it's the same NASDAQ, but we have the 1 hour time frame, we have the 4 hour time frame, we have the daily time frame. So each candle on this daily time frame represents 1 day of price movement. So this is 1 day of price movement, which is Friday, the 2nd of January. We have this 4 hour, which represents, each of these candlesticks represents 4 hours of price movement. If we go to the 1 minute time frame, we can see that each of these 1 minute candles represents 1 minute of price movement. So that's what it looks like. You could also, I don't know if I have this, is this 30 seconds? Okay, my membership, my plan doesn't have this, but on my other apps I can use the seconds time frame. But basically there's a bunch of different time frames where you can look at how price moves depending on the time for each candle. You know, so you will see me using these and you understand how to use your time frames in the future. You understand them a lot better as you continue to watch. So thank you for watching this video.